In the vast realm of video game history, one company has consistently pushed the boundaries of creativity, innovation, and sheer gaming excellence. From the pixelated streets of Street Fighter to the heart-pounding survival horrors of Resident Evil. Welcome to a journey through time and pixels. This is the untold story of Capcom. Our story begins in 1979, when a businessman named Kenzo Sugimoto founded Capcom. Kenzo embarked on a visionary venture, establishing Capcom with a primary focus on the distribution of electronic game machines. The gaming landscape was rapidly evolving, and Kenzo recognized the potential for growth in the emerging industry. The company initially made its mark by providing arcade machines, tapping into the rising demand for interactive entertainment. A turning point for Capcom arrived in 1984, when the company made a strategic decision to pivot from merely distributing games to actively developing them. In the same year, Capcom released its first arcade game, Vulgus, a move that would prove to be monumental in shaping the company's destiny. The debut title not only showcased Capcom's commitment to gaming, but also hinted at the creativity and ingenuity that would become synonymous with the brand. This pivotal moment marked a significant shift in their trajectory, and set the stage for a groundbreaking journey into the realm of gaming innovation. The decision to create original content laid the foundation for Capcom's ascent as a major player in the gaming industry. In the early to mid-1980s, Capcom solidified its reputation as a prominent force in the arcade gaming scene, introducing releases that would become iconic classics. 1942, unleashed in 1984, stands as a prime example of Capcom's prowess. This World War II themed shoot-'em-up not only captivated arcade goers with its intense aerial combat, but also marked Capcom's early venture into home console gaming. Following the success of 1942 in arcades, Capcom continued to make waves with the release of Commando just a year later. This intense vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up showcased Capcom's ability to deliver engaging and challenging arcade experiences. Recognizing the potential to broaden its audience, Capcom made a strategic move by releasing an NES port of 1942. This transition to home consoles marked a significant step for Capcom, allowing a wider demographic to experience the thrill of dogfights and high-stakes battles on their NES systems in the comfort of their own home. The NES port of 1942 played a pivotal role in establishing Capcom as a force in both arcade and home console markets. Around the same era in 1985, Capcom introduced Ghosts and Goblins, a side-scrolling platformer that would become a hallmark of challenging gameplay. This title would also find its way onto the NES, reaching a broader audience beyond the arcade realm. The NES port of Ghosts and Goblins retained the game's unforgiving difficulty and gothic aesthetic, contributing to the title's status as a cult classic on the console. Very soon after, in September 1986, Commando made its mark on the Nintendo Entertainment System as well, joining the ranks of classic arcades, making the transition to home consoles. These NES ports were pivotal for Capcom, showcasing the company's adaptability to emerging platforms and its commitment to providing quality gaming experiences beyond the arcade setting. Amidst these successes, Capcom continued to innovate and expand, setting the stage for future releases that would shape the gaming industry. In the ever-evolving landscape of the 80s and early 90s, Capcom's ability to seamlessly transition its arcade hits to the NES marked a crucial chapter in the company's growth and influence. Capcom took a monumental step into the gaming scene with the debut of Street Fighter in 1987. This release marked a seminal moment, introducing innovative hand-to-hand combat in a virtual realm. Although the initial installment didn't achieve immediate blockbuster success, it laid the groundwork for the transformative journey that lay ahead. That same year, Capcom introduced the world to the iconic Mega Man.
世界の平和のため7つの武器を駆使して悪のロボット軍団を倒せ。アイテムいっぱい楽しさ抜群スーパーアドベンチャーゲームファミコンソフトロックマン12月17日 新発売 Capcom.
This action platformer created by Akira Kitamura featured a hero named Mega Man who battled against the nefarious Dr. Wily and his army of robot masters. This success of Mega Man showcased Capcom's ability to diversify its gaming portfolio and marked the beginning of a beloved franchise. During the same period, Capcom also made a significant impact with the release of Final Fight, a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Set in the fictional Metro City, the game featured memorable characters like Cody, Guy, and Hagar as they fought to rescue Jessica from the Mad Gear Gang. Final Fight showcased Capcom's quality in the beat-em-up genre and further solidified the company's position as a powerhouse in the gaming industry. As Capcom continued to innovate and diversify, the true turning point arrived in 1991 with the launch of Street Fighter II. This installment marked a seismic shift in the gaming paradigm, reshaping the industry and giving birth to competitive fighting that continues to captivate audiences to this day. Street Fighter II introduced a diverse array of iconic characters, including the stoic Ryu, the acrobatic Chun-Li, and my personal favorite video game character of all time, Ken. Each character was endowed with distinctive fighting styles and special moves, contributing to the depth and strategic richness of the gameplay. The success of Street Fighter II transcended geographical boundaries, swiftly becoming a global phenomenon. Arcade halls resonated with the sounds of quarter-fed machines as players around the world engaged in fierce battles, laying the foundation for the competitive gaming community that would flourish in the years to come. Capcom's diverse portfolio, featuring franchises like Mega Man, Final Fight, and Street Fighter, demonstrated the company's ability to captivate audiences across different genres, stamping its status as a trailblazer in the gaming world. During the 80s and 90s, Capcom faced stiff competition in the arcade scene as the gaming industry underwent rapid evolution and expansion. Several noteworthy competitors fought for dominance, each contributing to the vibrant and competitive landscape. Shin Nihon Kikaku, or SNK, emerged as a formidable rival to Capcom. Known for its expertise in arcade hardware and memorable franchises like Fatal Fury and The King of Fighters, SNK posed a significant challenge in the fighting game genre. The Neo Geo, SNK's arcade system, and home console hybrid showcased the company's commitment to delivering high-quality arcade experiences to a broader audience. Sega was also a major player in the arcade scene, with iconic titles like Outrun, Space Harrier, and the Virtua Fighter series. Namco, a Japanese entertainment company, was renowned for its diverse array of arcade hits. The Tekken series and classics like Pac-Man and Galaga contributed to Namco's prominence in the arcade market. The company's commitment to innovation and engaging gameplay kept it in direct competition with Capcom. Taito, known for classics like Space Invaders and Bubble Bobble, remained a noteworthy competitor. Taito's commitment to innovation and its contributions to the arcade scene with memorable franchises made it a formidable force. Konami had a significant impact on the arcade scene, with popular titles like Contra, Gradius, and later down the road with its Dance Dance Revolution series. Additionally, Konami made strides with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. In the West, there was Midway Games, arguably Capcom's most fierce rival, known for a little series called Mortal Kombat. Known for its digitized graphics and unique fighting mechanics, as well as its gory content, Mortal Kombat posed a strong challenge to Capcom's dominance in the fighting game genre. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter II would have a fierce rivalry, with both games consistently pushing the boundaries and limitations of the time, and to this day continues to do so. This intense competition fueled a period of rapid innovation and creativity, as each company strove to outdo the others in creating compelling and groundbreaking arcade experiences. Capcom's ability to navigate this competitive landscape, particularly in the fighting game genre, speaks to the company's resilience, creativity, and lasting impact on the gaming industry. The first Marvel vs. Capcom game, titled X-Men vs. Street Fighter, released in 1996. While not the first crossover fighting game involving Capcom, it laid the foundation for the Marvel vs. Capcom series. This game featured characters from Marvel Comics and Capcom Street Fighter series, allowing players to create teams of 2 fighters for tag team battles. The success of X-Men vs. Street Fighter led to the development of Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter in 1997, expanding the roster and gameplay mechanics. The series continued with Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes in 1998, introducing the concept of 3-character teams and the ability to call in assists during battles. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes, released in 2000, is widely regarded as a milestone in the series, featuring a large roster of characters from both Marvel and Capcom universes. Its fast-paced gameplay and unique team-building mechanics made it a classic among fighting game enthusiasts. As for other crossover fighting games involving Capcom, Capcom vs. SNK and its sequel Capcom vs. SNK 2 featured characters from Capcom and SNK's fighting game franchises. These games brought together iconic characters from Street Fighter and King of Fighters, as well as other titles. Overall, Capcom has been instrumental in creating various crossover fighting games, collaborating with different gaming and comic book companies to deliver unique and engaging experiences for fans of the fighting game genre. The dawn of the new millennium marked a pivotal era for Capcom, as the company embraced technological achievements and expanded its creative horizons. And at the forefront of this transformation was Resident Evil. Released in 1996 for the Sony PlayStation, Resident Evil represented Capcom's ambitious foray into crafting immersive and cinematic experiences tailored for home consoles. Introducing a haunting atmosphere, a gripping narrative, and an emphasis on resource management that would set the new standard for horror games in the home gaming landscape. Capcom recognized that gamers were craving deeper, narrative-driven experiences that transcended the quick, arcade-style gameplay prevalent at the time. 2 years later, Capcom took the survival horror experience to new heights, with Resident Evil 2. Released in 1998, this sequel expanded the scope of the franchise, introducing a dual narrative featuring 2 propagandists, Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield, each with their unique storylines. Resident Evil 2 showcased technological achievements, with improved graphics and more complex narratives. The first 2 Resident Evil games not only terrified players, but also helped shape the horror genre. The success of Resident Evil and its sequel demonstrated Capcom's ability to create narrative-driven experiences that resonate with a broad audience, helping solidify the company's position in the home gaming market. As the series continued, Resident Evil evolved, introducing new characters, locations, and gameplay mechanics. The legacy of these early titles is evident in the enduring popularity of the franchise, with recent remakes like the Resident Evil 2 remake paying homage to the classics while bringing the terror to a new generation of gamers. The Onimusha franchise, developed by Capcom, debuted in 2001 with its first title, Onimusha Warlords, released for the PlayStation 2. Set in feudal Japan, the game followed the story of Samanosuke Akechi as he battled demonic forces led by the warlord Nobunaga Ora. The game received critical acclaim for its blend of action-adventure gameplay, stunning visuals, and engaging storyline. Following the success of Warlords, Capcom released several sequels and spin-offs. Onimusha was a significant success for Capcom, both critically and commercially, establishing itself as one of the company's flagship franchises. The series garnered widespread acclaim for its innovative gameplay, captivating storyline, and stunning visuals. It also appealed to a broad audience, particularly those interested in action-adventure games and Japanese culture. From a commercial standpoint, the Onimusha franchise performed well. The games consistently sold millions of copies worldwide, contributing to Capcom's overall revenue and establishing a dedicated fan base. Onimusha titles often stood atop sales charts upon release and remained popular among gamers for years after. Additionally, Onimusha helped solidify Capcom's reputation as a leading developer and publisher. Onimusha's popularity and commercial success made it a significant asset for Capcom, influencing the company's direction and adding to the company's status. With games like Resident Evil 2 and Onimusha, marked yet another pivotal moment in gaming history, by showcasing the shift from arcade dominance to the rise of narrative-driven experiences on home consoles. Resident Evil 2 and Onimusha both demonstrated the increasing sophistication and storytelling capabilities of home consoles. These games offered immersive narratives, complex characters, and cinematic experiences that rivaled the excitement of arcade games. Their success highlighted the changing preferences of gamers who increasingly sought deep, engaging narratives that could be experienced from the comfort of their living rooms. This shift signaled the beginning of a decline in the dominance of arcades as the primary gaming platform, with home consoles becoming the preferred medium for interactive storytelling. Resident Evil 2 and Onimusha played crucial roles in this transition. The rise of the home console and the fall of the arcades was becoming reality, and Capcom was ready to adapt its fighting style just like it did throughout its arcade dominance. Monster Hunter, released for the PlayStation 2 in 2004. Developed by Capcom, it introduced players to a world where they hunt and slay various monsters in diverse environments. The game first gained popularity in Japan and gradually expanded its fan base worldwide, with further installments. The series' appeal lies in its cooperative multiplayer gameplay, where players team up to hunt formidable creatures and craft gear from their remains. Over the years, the Monster Hunter series evolved with each installment, introducing new monsters, weapons, and gameplay mechanics. The core loop of hunting monsters, gathering resources, and crafting gear remained central to the experience, fostering a sense of progression and mastery. Monster Hunter's popularity soared with the release of Monster Hunter Freedom for the PlayStation Portable. Released in 2005 and then in 2006 internationally, its portable nature made it accessible to a wider audience, further cementing the franchise's success. The series continued to expand to various platforms, including Nintendo 3DS, Wii, Wii U, and eventually PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Each new platform brought enhancements to gameplay mechanics and graphical fidelity, attracting more players to the series. Monster Hunter became a cultural phenomenon in Japan, with numerous collaborations, merchandise, and events dedicated to the franchise. It also gained a dedicated fan base worldwide, leading to international tournaments, community events, and even a Hollywood film adaptation. Monster Hunter World, released in 2018 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and later PC, marked a significant milestone for the series. It introduced numerous quality of life improvements, expanded multiplayer features, and garnered widespread critical acclaim. Its success helped propel the franchise to new heights of popularity globally. Capcom continues to support the Monster Hunter series with regular updates, expansions, and new releases. Monster Hunter Rise, released for the Nintendo Switch in 2021, further solidified the franchise's place as one of Capcom's flagship series. Monster Hunter's success can be attributed to its engaging gameplay, cooperative multiplayer experience, and the thrill of hunting colossal monsters, making it a beloved franchise cherished by millions of players worldwide. The Devil May Cry series, known for its stylish action gameplay and iconic protagonist Dante, has a rich history. Devil May Cry originally began development as Resident Evil 4. However, as the development progressed, the game's action-oriented direction led to it becoming its own franchise. Devil May Cry was released in 2001 for the PlayStation 2, introducing players to Dante, a demon hunter with supernatural abilities. Devil May Cry differentiated itself from other action games with its emphasis on stylish combat, fluid movement, and intricate combos. Players could string together attacks and movements seamlessly to dispatch hordes of enemies in visually impressive ways. The first Devil May Cry was a commercial success and received critical acclaim for its gameplay and stylish presentation. It led to several sequels, including Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening, and Devil May Cry 4, each expanding on the series' gameplay mechanics and narrative. In 2013, Capcom released DMC, Devil May Cry, a reboot of the series developed by Ninja Theory. While it divided fans with its new interpretation of Dante and different gameplay mechanics, it introduced the series to a new audience. Capcom also continued the original series with Devil May Cry 5 in 2019, which received widespread praise for returning to its roots and for pushing the boundaries of stylish action. Devil May Cry remains a beloved franchise, cherished by fans for its fast-paced action, engaging storytelling, and memorable characters, solidifying its place as one of Capcom's most iconic series.
どうやら弁護人から発言はないようですので、そうか、2時間。これにて尋問を終わります。意義あり。
The Ace Attorney series was created by Japanese video game developer Shu Takumi and first released for the Game Boy Advance in 2001. It introduced players to defense attorney Phoenix Wright as he defends clients in court by investigating crime scenes, cross-examining witnesses, and presenting evidence. The series gained popularity for its engaging storytelling, memorable characters, and unique gameplay mechanics. It spawned multiple sequels, spin-offs, and adaptations across various platforms, including Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, and mobile devices. Ace Attorney became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring manga, anime, stage plays, and even a live film adaptation. Its blend of mystery, humor, and courtroom drama resonated with fans worldwide, making it one of Capcom's most beloved franchises. The Ace Attorney series furthermore exemplifies Capcom's versatility in game development, showcasing unique gameplay that appeals to a wide range of gamers. This series, alongside Capcom's other diverse and innovative titles, underscores the company's ability to create engaging and fresh, memorable experiences. The Ace Attorney series will always remain loved by many of gamers, and will remain evidence that being different isn't always a bad thing. Street Fighter IV, released in 2008, marked yet another significant milestone for both Capcom and fans of the iconic fighting game series. Street Fighter IV came after a long hiatus in the mainline Street Fighter series. The last major installment, Street Fighter III, was released in 1997. Street Fighter IV revived interest in the franchise, reintroducing it to a new generation of gamers, while also appealing to longtime fans. The game retained the core gameplay mechanics that made the series popular while introducing modern updates. It featured 3D graphics with 2D gameplay, striking a balance between nostalgia and innovation. The game's mechanics were refined, making it accessible to newcomers while maintaining depth for competitive players. SF4 played a crucial role in revitalizing the competitive fighting game scene. Its release coincided with the growth of esports, and it quickly became a staple title in competitive fighting game tournaments worldwide. The game's balance and depth attracted a dedicated community of players, leading to the establishment of major tournaments like the Evolution Championship Series and the Capcom Pro Tour. The game rekindled the passion of longtime fans who had been eagerly awaiting a new installment in the series. Its release brought the community together, fostering camaraderie and a competition among players worldwide. The game's frequent updates and downloadable content kept fans engaged long after its initial release, ensuring its longevity and relevance in gaming culture. SF4 was a pivotal title for Capcom, revitalizing the Street Fighter franchise, reinvigorating the competitive fighting game scene, and delighting fans with its blend of nostalgia and innovation. From the arcade boom to the rise of the home console, it cannot be stated enough how Capcom has continuously pushed the boundaries of gaming, delivering unforgettable experiences that have captivated gamers for generations. As we look back on these classics, let's celebrate the creativity, innovation, and enduring legacy of Capcom, a company that has left an indelible mark on gaming culture worldwide. As we come to the end of our journey, it's important to acknowledge the vast array of games that have come from this iconic company. While we've explored some of the most beloved and influential game series such as Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Mega Man, and more, it's not realistic to cover every title that has contributed to Capcom's legacy. However, by focusing on these popular franchises, we've captured a snapshot of Capcom's evolution and impact on the gaming industry. I want to thank you all so much for taking this trip back in time with me, as we learned about what makes Capcom, Capcom. Additionally, I extend my gratitude to all my subscribers who have been patiently waiting for a new video. I hope you understand the time and the effort it takes to make a video like this, as well as the unpredictability of personal life. For that, I thank you so much. And as always, keep fighting.